Hello Sagittarius, welcome to my channel. My name is Angela and this is going to be your as above so below reading for the end of this week and the rest of next week around, the 20th, time like that. And I'm going to be using the Tarot of a Moon Garden by Karen Switsky, the Legacy of the Divine by Sierra Marchetti, and Brian Froud's Fairies for your advice messages. Okay, so let's get into it. So what I'm getting from this is that the world may be seeing you as abundant, that you have your stuff together, that you're have reached a certain level of success maybe in your life, and you just look like you're doing really well on the outside. But I feel like on the inside there's a situation from the past that has been really difficult for you to let go of. I think this situation had you in your head, maybe losing sleep, anxiety over the situation because you knew that it was toxic with this devil in reverse. But also you can see how this lady is looking back at the past. This is the light of her intuition. It's saying, go this way, let's move forward. But she's sitting here looking back at the past here, unable to let go of it and move on. So I think you may be really struggling to let go of a past situation that was really toxic. There definitely was not an even give and take in the dynamic. And with this Three of Cups in reverse, this could definitely be more than one person involved in this situation. So very typical of third-party situations with the Three of Cups in reverse. And also with this Emperor in reverse, this is someone who's in a position of authority, usually a masculine, but somebody who abuses their authority or abuses their power. So if he's in a position of power, he is most likely abusing it in some way. And I think that you know this as well. And you also know that this person was trying to manifest a lover situation with you and possibly somebody else with this Knight of Wands in reverse. This Knight of Wands in reverse to me is a player card. This guy is all about sex, passion, primal things, but not so much into commitment and longevity. So I think this type of energy trying to manifest this type of relationship is not going to work out so great in this person's favor, and I don't think that it did. I think that you're ready to come out of this anxiety and these sleepless nights. I think you know that there are still things that you don't know about, and that might be what's keeping you up at night, is there's things that you don't know about. And that can definitely keep us trapped in toxic situations too. But I think you're just really wanting to find some healing in this situation and be able to move forward. And I think that you will. I do. I think with this Page of Cups and this Nine of Coins in your outcome, it's very possible that you could be accepting a new opportunity in the near future that's going to make you really abundant and financially stable and happy. And it's really going to help you to rebuild that foundation and make it more solid this time. So if this was a divorce, you might be getting a better job that allows you to buy a new house or move or whatever. So, but there's definitely, this is happiness, this is fulfillment, this is being single and awesome, owning it. Okay, so that's an outcome card for you, and I absolutely see that you're getting through this process. It is a process, but I definitely see that you're getting through it, and you look like you're doing the best you can to get through this situation with this person. So for your advice cards, I have the Maiden in reverse. So I'm going to read that out of the book because I like how the book describes them. The Maiden, in the Maiden reversed, we find her virtues turned into flaws. When her energy is blocked, we don't allow ourselves to dream, to hope, even to plan a future that is anything but minimal and mundane. We live in a cold, sterile, joyless life. When we twist her energy, we become impulsive, unthinking, gullible, lost in dreams that never get translated into reality. There is a tendency to live in fantasy and deny reality, and there is definitely a lack of grounding. Life in a floating soap bubble is perilous, and that is where she is. When living in a dream world has become habitual, the addiction to fantasy is hard to break. It cannot be changed from the outside by others, and even from the inside, there is usually no desire to break through into an unhappy reality until the fantasy world itself becomes too painful to live in any longer. When the maiden's energy is seriously reversed, this card can indicate crippling pessimism, an attitude that when possessed means the possessor sees the worst in everything, expects the worst from life, and gets it. Such an attitude creates its own misery and denies one the possibility of joy. When such a powerful energy as the thrust toward joyful growth is inverted or twisted in this way, it is still a powerful energy, and usually requires an equally powerful experience to break free of it. But there is always hope, and those outside the fantasy need to remember that, even while being realistic about the difficulties of changing this state, someone needs to be an adult here. So, yikes. And then for your next card, we have the Laum in reverse as well. So let's see what that has to say. Ask yourself if you have been giving too much, and is it time to stop and attend to your own needs for a bit? Alternatively, ask yourself if you have been refusing to receive the bounty of the universe flowing through the Lamaum's hands just because it wasn't in quite the form that you expected, or because it was from a different source than you wanted it to come from. Sometimes we put restrictions on our receiving. For example, we may feel that approval and love has to come from one specific person, or all other approval and love is without value to us. So, if so, we need to learn to accept what comes from any source as coming from a loving universe, blessed by the Laum's hands. And so, yeah, I'm getting a big energy here of really having to be aware of your thought processes at this time. Negative thinking can definitely spin you even more out of control and really keep you in this Nine of Swords energy, just this anxiety, this stress, this, losing sleep, just not happy, right? That's not happy at all. But, I see that you are going to be coming out of that, but I think you're going to have to maybe have some realizations about your thought processes, and maybe just kind of look at this situation and see what you can really learn from it and how you can change your perspective to a more positive perspective. So yeah, you guys, I wish you the best of luck, Sagittarius. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.